Yo guys, welcome back to Cryptoria. Today I'm going to be covering the Injective Protocol, but before I do, I would appreciate if you like, subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you know when I upload. And with that being said, let's get into this video. What is INJ? The Injective Protocol project is a revolutionary idea that aims to make currencies exchanges completely decentralized, a public operated networks. So what this means is that the exchange is solely operated by people who hold INJ tokens. There is no centralized governing body that enforces control over the development of the project. So jumping onto CoinMarketCap, as you guys can see, they're doing pretty well, currently at 155. I will be going over the website today. As you guys can see, the current price just underneath that $8 mark. It is actually down 7.13%. The current market cap is pretty low at 217 million. So you just have to imagine, guys, if this does go past that 500 million, past that 1 billion, it has so much room to grow. In terms of circulating volume, it is over 23 million. In terms of circulating supply, as you guys can see, there is a max supply of 100 million. So as you guys can see, it is at the moment 27 million in circulating supply. So just something to look out for as well. In terms of chart quickly, as you guys can see, it was circulating underneath that $6 mark for quite some time, and it did surge all the way up towards that $18, then dip quite normally, and then did go up towards that $25 mark, and then dip all the way back down between that region of $6 to $12, and now it's circling around that $7 mark. In terms of where you guys can buy it, best place being on Binance, but as I said, always guys, if you guys got your tokens stored in other sort of exchanges, go ahead and check out those as well. So guys, I jumped onto the Injective Protocol's website. As you guys can see, access limitless DeFi markets with zero barriers. Explore unlimited financial markets on Injective's fast, secure and fully decentralized layer 2 DEX. So I will be going over how to stake your Injective tokens as well. I'm just going to quickly go over this. So limitless trading on the first fully decentralized exchange. So fully decentralized, layer 2 speed, order book model, unlimited market, zero gas fees. So we'll be going over how Injective works as well. In terms of this, trailblazing the new dawn of decentralized finance. So trade on anything, earn yield and community own. As you guys can see, they are pretty much seen on pretty much all the big ones such as Bloomberg, Forbes, Entrepreneur and so on. So guys, I will be jumping onto this section. I just jumped onto the Injective Protocol's ecosystem just to give you an insight on the core features. So as you guys can see, the Injective chain, Injective futures protocol, the Injective exchange and the Injective governance. So guys, go ahead and check out these as well. In terms of what problem does Injective solve, as you guys can see, Injective brings back power to the people by enabling truly free and decentralized trading for everyone. So it does give you an insight of what it does. In terms of why is Injective different, then biggest fundamental difference between Injective Protocol and other exchanges is that we may exchange and decentralize public utility, which gives other users and community the resultant value capture from our exchange protocol. So it gives you more of an insight of what it does. Go ahead and check out that white paper as well. It does give you more insight. So guys, I'm going to be showing you on how to stake your Injective token. I just jumped onto the Stakey Injective network. So to set this up, you need to make sure you're connected to your MetaMask wallet or your physical Ledger wallet. Once you do, you'll be able to access this application. So as you guys can see, I've already set this up just to demonstrate how much returns you'll get. So I'll put in 127 INJ tokens. So what that is roughly is around $1,000. So with that, you'll be able to get daily returns around 41 cents, monthly returns around $13 and yearly returns around $150. So that's pretty good in terms of returns. If you want to participate in all the other ones as well, as you guys can see, you get a max return around that 29% return. So you would get nearly double of what it was originally. If you want to put in the max amount, which is around 200,000 INJ tokens, that is roughly around $1.6 million that you're going to put in. But in terms of returns, it's crazy returns. As you guys can see, the returns you'll be able to get is around $461,000 return. So you're able to get a passive income around $1.2 thousand per month, but that's on the high end. In terms of the low end, if you want to put in, if you got a spare 1.6 million lying around, you could get daily returns around $653 daily, monthly around $20,000 daily. So literally money that you can live off. So that is just a quick insight on the Injective Staking protocol. Go ahead and check out more about this as well. So guys, I will be jumping onto some upcoming news. Guys, in terms of upcoming news, as you guys can see, I am back on my favorite website, CoinMarketCap. So there is 2 upcoming news that's actually happening at the end of this month. So as you guys can see, the bridge implementation, if I just click on proof, as you guys can see, update roadmap 2020 Q4 already done. So jumping onto the Q4 section, as you guys can see, launch of mainnet version 2, implementation of bridges to multiple blockchain networks, adding liquidity mining, yield farming and staking incentives, swapping of tokens from ERC20 to native chain. So that's pretty big implementation in terms of what they're doing. In terms of the mainnet as well, as you guys can see, Equinox staking would allow both validators and delegators to stake on Injective as we prepare to launch our mainnet in Q2. This will also mark the first time that our users and community members will be able to earn rewards while actively staking engine. So that is quite big as well. In terms of like regular news, you can jump onto the blog as well. As you guys can see, they got fairly up-to-date news as well. As you guys can see, Injective is integrating with Stacks to enable fully decentralized Bitcoin derivatives. So that's one as well that came out literally last week. In terms of another one that came out last week as well, Injective collaborates with MDEX to enable liquidity mining for INJ. So that is another one as well. As you guys can see, they're fairly up to date with all of this as well. So guys, I will be jumping onto a recent tweet. So guys, just jumping onto Twitter on their actual feed. As you guys can see, this was tweeted literally last week, saying the Injective Labs ecosystem is rapidly growing, and as you can see, it is growing a lot. Name something and it's probably there. So as you guys can see, they got the DeFi, they got the NFTs, the oracles, blockchain exchanges and so on. So guys, it is good to take a look at this as well. It just gives you more of confirmation that these guys are very serious with this project and they want to make sure it is doing well. So as you guys can see, their ecosystem is huge, and as you guys can see, rapidly growing. It is definitely rapidly growing, so it is just something to do. I'll make sure I leave this link in below, just so you can pick out some of these, you know, other cryptos as well, just so you can look into. So guys, I will be jumping onto the chart analysis now. So guys, what everyone's been waiting for, the price analysis. So guys, I have jumped onto the weekly as it gives you more of confirmation of what's going to happen. So as you guys can see, it did have that all-time low around that $1 mark, roughly around here, and it did surge up to an all-time high around that $27 mark before dumping all the way back down to where it is right now. So as you guys can see, I have drew out this Fibonacci. It does seem to be rejecting this 78.6 level, and it has seemed to be creating a level of support. So if it does create another level of support that I drew out here, I do see it going back up, testing these level of resistances. I had a little bit of a dip. As you guys can see, I did create a little bearish candle just to give an indication. Might actually dip around that $20 mark before surging back up towards that all-time high, and then going on towards that $30 mark, $50 mark, and that potential $100 mark. So guys, that is what I think in terms of the long-term projection. So in terms of the short-term, guys, it is very short, as in if you want to make quick gains. As you guys can see, it is ranging at the moment between that $7.50 and $11. If it does break between these, I do see a short towards that $6 mark or long towards that $14 mark. So that is literally my short-term analysis. In terms of long-term, as you guys can see, this is why I think I will create more of a level of strong support underneath that $8 mark before surging up towards these level of resistances around that $20, and then back up towards that all-time high around that $28 before going further. So those are my 2 analyses. Guys, make sure you like this video and subscribe and turn on all bell notification for all future videos. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video.